Hi everyone, it's Jody from An Eye for Beauty, and today is Sunday, October 22nd, 2023. This is our weekly energy update, and just to start, I want to just share with you my sweatshirt, Self-Love, and we have out the rose quartz crystal. Isn't this so nice? And this is all about self-love. So this is what we're going to talk about today, really tuning into the energy of the collective. But for you specifically, decide if you want to go with card number 1 or card number 2 or card number 3. And we're going to see in what area of your life do you need to add in some more self-love. So we'll start here with this deck, and we'll just pull one card as everything is falling. See what the energy is. So we really have 3 cards. I can never say 1 because really it's not about me, it's what they want you to know. So starting with these cards, and this is just the overall energy of the collective. And the first is that we're doing a lot of letting go. And so when you're doing a lot of letting go, if you look at this card, sometimes it's so hard and you really don't want to, and you're like dragging all of this stuff, and it's like a weight or an anchor, and maybe you want to let it go but you can't let it go, or you're having a hard time finding a way to be able to let it go. And that could be in relationships, or that could be in a situation in your life, or that could just be the way that you are handling something. And maybe it's not something that is clear to you right now in terms of how to let it go. But the veil is being lifted, because maybe you have been, in a sense, lying to yourself, or not really allowing yourself to realize that you can let it go. You are not trapped and everything is going to be okay. And so think about that for a second, because this card is just revealing, these last few months, and especially these last few years, we've really been opening up the layers or the veils and seeing more truth than we ever have before. And you have been seeing that in your personal life. There's an area in your life where you're gaining more clarity. And so you're taking that mask off. Maybe it's even the fact that you are being more true to yourself than you ever have before. And I want you to know that you have the Ascended Masters working with you. You have support and guidance all around you. So that's our theme for the collective, is that we are letting go. You are letting go of something, or you're working towards letting go of something. And so you're just releasing the mask that you've been carrying, that you've been walking in this way with, and it's time to let it go fully so that you can move forward. And you might have a lot of fear around it, but you are being supported. Remember to give that support permission, whether it is the Ascended Masters, maybe it is Jesus Christ energy, which comes in for forgiveness, major forgiveness, which is very self-loving and self-healing. Maybe it is the Divine Mother energy, and she really comes in to help you to nurture your inner child. We've been doing a lot of that also. Because when you're doing this releasing as an adult, you go back to childhood, whether you realize it or not. Past stuff resurfaces, and it's important for you to focus on nurturing your inner child, the little girl or the little boy inside of you that maybe you had suppressed. But when you release that mask, you're able to allow that inner child to come up, and you're able to give it more love and more nurturing. So with that, I think we are going to work with the guardian angels today. Okay, so let's start with card number 1. Let me pull a card. Okay, so the first card that comes up for the people that are with card number 1 is that you're making more choices from the heart space. And so maybe for a long time, every decision that you made was made by the mind. You didn't really feel into what you wanted to do. But more logically speaking, you went into the head and did a lot of overthinking or analyzing or just trying to figure out in your mind what was the next right step for you. But you're letting go of that. As a collective, we are stepping into this new energy, which is that of going into the heart space. You may not even have the words to your next step on this journey, but you have a feeling, and it is in the heart. And the more that you become vulnerable to get out of the head and into the heart and feel into a decision by pausing and taking the time to feel, how is it going to feel if I do this? Or how is it going to feel if I do that? Not what am I thinking, what is it going to be, but how is it going to feel? That is how you open up the heart even more. You clear, you let go of these things that you've been holding on to. Maybe it's beliefs that you've been holding on to and dragging with you. Look at that card, for so long, but they didn't work for you. It wasn't serving you. And so even if this is something that you are slowly in baby steps working towards, you're opening up that heart space even more to help you to feel into what your next decision is going to be. And what the card actually says, let me read it to you, is allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You have waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for a long time, and now the time has come. Make any choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will develop and lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. And the more that you step into the heart and out of the head, the more balanced you are going to feel. Because when we're in the head, so we're up here, the energy is at the top of your head, which means that it's not in the center. And so you could be very heavy up here and not feel grounded where your feet are on the floor. But when you're able to come from the heart space, the heart chakra goes up and out the hands. And of course, in medical, we have the heart that goes up through the left side, right? So it's the same concept. This is the middle, and it's both sides in the heart chakra, and it allows you for more balance. And the more that you open up this heart space, the more that you are able to realize that what is not for you anymore, you can let go of. By having this space open though, you're going to feel lighter and you're going to feel more in tune with your higher self. So for the people that chose card number 1, keep going. When you notice yourself going into your head, pause, and now go into the heart. Let me feel into my decision. What is my next step? And don't rush it, give it time, and you'll know when the answer is right for you. Let's pick a card for card number 2 people. So the card number 2 people are getting a card that is talking about troubling times coming to an end. And it's the 10 of thought in this deck. And so what that is talking about is endings are happening. You're at the end of a cycle. And looking at the main theme cards here before we began, this is a collective cycle that we are ending. We are ending the cycle of carrying all of these burdens, carrying all of these limits, carrying all of these feelings or idea that we're trapped. We are seeing so much truth in our own lives and what is going on around us. And we're taking off, or let's say we're lifting the veil so we're able to see more clearly now. And we're able to realize that we're not trapped. And the more that we go into that heart space And the more that we feel into our answers, we are going to be able to fully let go. And we're going to be able to flow with the energy and allow it to carry us where we're supposed to go next. We are realizing that we're not in charge, we're not in control. And of course, everybody has their different levels of wanting to control a situation. But I think the awareness has been raised, lifting the veil, that we really aren't in control. And you can take actions that are necessary in certain situations. But for the most part, God is in charge and we are not. And so it's a better idea to step away, to go inward, to feel more into your feelings, to feel more into what the next step is that you want to take, to fully let go so that you can be on the journey that you're on, but more relaxed, more calm, and more at peace. Let me read the card to you. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this juncture. You are finally freeing yourself of someone or yourself who has had addictions or codependent issues. And codependency can simply be relying on your mind and not how you feel about something, or relying on what people outside of you are saying for you to do next, versus feeling into what is my next step. And so that's logical versus going into the heart space. Everybody else is doing this, I should be doing this too. That's mind. Instead of saying, wait, let me feel. What do I feel that I want to do next? That's heart. You're coming out of this phase. You're stepping into a new cycle. I believe we are all stepping into a new cycle. And of course, with everything, we're going to all be at different points of that cycle. But we are definitely stepping away from this logical mind clutter. And we are stepping more into being more open-hearted, or getting more into the heart. Now, the opposite of that, of course, is all the anger that is arising. But remember that all feelings need to be felt. So even if you're feeling angry, even if rage is coming up, maybe it's a lot of anxiety that's been coming up for a lot of people lately, it's still feelings. And the most important thing with feelings is to allow them to come in, go through you, so they release, so you can let go of them. When you resist any feeling, even if it's a feeling that doesn't feel so great, what you're doing is you're like pushing it away, so you're causing it resistance more, so it becomes like bigger, versus feeling into it and just allowing it to go through you. You're safe. Remember, you have the ascended masters with you. You are protected. But in some instances, you still have to feel whatever feeling is coming through, because it's only there to help you to reveal something to you, to drop the mask, to show you that you have to let go. And basically, it's going to allow you to grow. So allow it to move through you, even if it doesn't feel good and it's uncomfortable. And then for the people with card number 3, it's time for you to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to take care of yourself. And how do we start this? Self-care, self-love. So for you guys in card number 3, I just want you to make sure that you are making time each and every day to do something to take care of yourself. And I also want you to add more gratitude into your life. Every single night before you hit the pillow, pick 3 things that you're grateful for. My refrigerator is full. I put gas in my car. My house is clean. I don't care what it is. Just say it out loud. Thank you, God. And so it is. I hope that this message helps you guys for this week of October 27th, and I wish you guys a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.